Good day, my people. How are you? You are welcome to my YouTube channel. As you know that on this channel we discuss money, we discuss business, we discuss investment, and we discuss asset acquisition. Those are the things that we discuss on this channel. So if you are interested in any of these things that has been mentioned, then you are welcome to this channel. But if you are not interested in it, maybe you are in the wrong place. But I'm very sure that everyone on earth is actually interested in what I just mentioned. If you are not interested in business, you will be interested in money. If you don't like money, you will like investment. Things that will give you money even when you are not working. And the next one is asset acquisition. You want to acquire as much as possible assets so that your retirement will be very, very good. So as you know that on this channel, I have told us that for some time now I will be based only on provision business. It does not really mean that everything we discuss here is only about people that are into provision business. It is also for people that are yet to start the provision business. And it's also for people that are planning to start, or you are looking for a business to start and you don't actually know which business to start, and you find yourself on this channel. This is the right place to be, because provision business is a profitable business. It's only that many people will decide and will determine that provision business is not a profitable venture. But the actual truth in it is that provision business is a highly profitable business. Not only is it profitable, it is also highly scalable. You can start small and grow it to become a very big business. You can start from a retail store and grow it to become a supermarket. Today we are going to discuss the topic that says, who determines the price of your items in a provision store? In a provision business, who determines the prices of items or your products? Who determines the prices? Many of us will want to wonder, do I need to do a video on this? But I want to bring us back to one of my experiences. I was invited for a business seminar not quite long. I asked them the question that who determines the prices of your items in a provision shop? Who determines the prices of your products in a provision business? Many of them were divided between two opinions. It almost got into an argument about who decides the price. I want you to also sit down and think about it. Who actually determines the prices I charge on my products, on my items in my provision store? Or if I have a provision store today, who will determine the price? Am I the one? Is it going to be the customer? So when I threw this question open to them, many of our people believe that it is the provision business owner. I mean the business owner. A group of people believe that the business owner have the power and the ability to determine the price of the provision business. The other group said, and they believe that it is the customer that determine the prices of a provision business. They determine the prices you charge in your business. So because they've quoted the fact that customers are always right, and if customers are always right, they will tell you the exact amount they want to buy the product. If you are not ready for them to sell to them at that particular amount, then they go to other places where they can buy it at that amount. So they actually come to the conclusion that it is the customer that determines the prices of a provision business. And the first said, just like I told us, they believe that it is not actually the customer, but it is the business owner. Why? The business owner, the provision business owner, is the alpha and omega of the business. He or she is the one that founded the business, and he has been the one that has been running the business and will continue running the business because he decided he bought it at a price. So it's him that will now add his profit or a profit and determine the selling price. It's actually him or her that will determine the transportation cost after paying for transportation and add it on each of the items and determine. So there was a lot of issues when this question was asked. Who determine the prices that you sell your item in a provision business? Who determine the prices that you sell your product in a provision business? So this is a very simple question, and it's also a very hard one. But at the end of everything, I made them to understand that neither the provision business owner nor the customer determine the prices of a provision business. Who sets your prices? Who determines your profit margin? Who determines what you offer? To whom you offer it? And how much you sell that product or items? Who determines the entire cost of your business in a competitive market? The question will look like, I'm supposed to be the one, since I'm the owner of the business. I'm the one that established the business. I'm the one that went to the market to buy what I want. So I should be the one to determine the price. But it's not always so. And it's not even so in provision business. This is where many provision business owners usually complain of the fact that they have low sales. They don't know what is happening. They don't make enough profit. They cannot even sustain the business because they have refused to answer this question genuinely and get the answer correctly. So who determines the price of a provision business? Almost invariably, the response I do get is, I do. I mean the business owner, I do. I determine the prices I sell my items. If a customer comes, you are not ready to buy for that price, then you are free to go elsewhere. And some believes that it is the customer that determines the prices. But my answer is different. I know everyone here right there is actually looking for what could the answer be? Who could determine the prices of the provision business? If not the business owner, if not the customer, then who? At least businesses are established because of customers. And there is a popular saying in business that says customers are always right. If customers are always right, why don't they determine the prices of a provision business? Then, I usually point out these facts, which is the truth, that in reality, your competition determines how much you charge, how much you sell your products or items, who you sell it to. They determine your profit margin. They determine how fast you grow. And your competition also almost determine everything else about your business. This will sound somehow strange. How can your competition determine your business, the business you establish with your own money? But that is the truth, actually. Your competition determines how much you charge. Why? If you are charging higher than your competitors, customers can easily move from your shop to another shop where they can get it at a cheaper rate. So, what do? You study your competitors. You know what they are doing. You know how much they are charging for each product. You know how much they are charging for each item. With this, you'll be able to know, is my price too low? Is it too high? If I sell it at this price, will I still make profit? If I sell it at that price, will I still make profit? So your competition actually determines the prices you charge for every item and product in a business. The second thing is that your competition, they determine how much you sell. Yes, they determine how many of the products, how many of the items that you will sell. Why? Once your price is higher than that of your competitors, don't forget customers. Customers are fickle. They are sophisticated. They are demanding. They want to get the best items at the lowest price available. So anywhere they get the lowest price, once quality is not compromised, they are ready to go there. Even though it takes them to walk some distance, they prefer to go there. That is why you must always observe your competitors, because they determine how much of a product or an item you sell. They also determine who you sell your item to. You might say someone is my customer. The person might be your customer, but once he or she sees somewhere closer to you that sells far lesser than what you are selling, that your customer might move to become another person's customer. And don't forget that even your competitors want to get that your customer. They want to acquire that your customer and make him or her their customers. You can see, I'm going to discuss something about this maybe in the next video or in one of our subsequent videos. But make sure you stay tuned to this channel. If your prices are higher, they determine it. If your prices are low, they determine who will buy from you. Because people that are to buy from you, they want the highest quality for the lowest price. You can see, provision business is a very sweet business, but it's highly demanding. It is tasking. It is your ability to think. It requires your ability to think, to make the right decisions, to do the right things. Your competition also determine your profit margin. The profit you will make on each product or each item is determined by your competitors. If you are selling a pack of Oral-B, I mean the bigger Oral-B, the size, you are selling it for 2,000 naira, and your competitor is selling it for 1,800 naira. Most customers, once they know this, you will not see them coming to you again. They will go to your competitor. Some of them will even tell you to your face that your product is too expensive. I bought this 1,800 from so-so supermarket, from so-so store. Yours is 2,000. Or maybe they find another place where they sell it for 1,500 piece of Oral-B. You can see, your competitor determine who you sell to. People will come to buy from you. They are determined by your competitors. That is why you must observe everything they are doing. Some people will say that I have nothing to do with it. I only face my business. You are not ready for business. If you are ready for success in this business, you need to know what your competitors are doing. So now, your competitors also determine how fast you grow. You know, your sales volume determines how fast you grow. So if your competitors determine how much you sell your product and who will buy from you, you can see they determine your growth in that business. If your product is cheaper than theirs, then you are opportune to grow faster. So they determine it. And once they see that your prices is lower than them, they also look for a way to bring down their price so that they can become a competitor. Really. Do you see the logic? They try to know your price and use that same idea to bring down their own price. They bring down their own price so that they can gain more customers, especially your customers. And they also determine almost everything about your business. If someone determine how much you go and how much you sell your product, if someone determine who you sell your product to, someone determine your profit margin, someone determine your growth. So what else? That means the person determine everything about you. Today, we have talked about who determine the prices of your products or your items in the provision business. The answer I gave you is your competitors determine. So I want to appeal to you. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please press the subscribe button. And if you have not pressed the notification bell, please press it so that you'll be notified every time a new video is being released. Don't forget that on this channel we talk about business, and presently we are still dealing with provision business. We want to deal with provision business to the core. We want to know what it actually entails to become successful in this business. And people that are looking to start a business that doesn't know what to start, you can begin a provision business and make sure you follow this channel. Success is definitely guaranteed. Thank you. We shall see you in our next video. Bye for now.